I'm a senior studying computer science here at the University of Arizona. I'm a member of the Pasquiyaki tribe. I was born and raised in Tucson, and I'm a musician at heart. I started playing classical guitar back in 6th grade. I picked up the bass, the one you stand up with that's really big. And then I picked up the cello, and ever since then, I just haven't looked back. I honestly fell in love with it. I fell in love with music. It's just my outlet. That was it for me. And I actually studied cello my first 2 years here at the university. I played in the symphony orchestra here. The reason I actually took this class was because of a club on campus that I got really involved with. It's called SHIP. It's the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. And through that club, I was actually fortunate enough to participate in some outreach events that we do. So one of them being ALEX, which is an event aimed at high school students from around Tucson. And we bring them into the university, and we have major companies that also host workshops with us. That's all stimulated, just to inspire some of these kids and, maybe give them that representation that they did not have as a minority, especially in the STEM field. After that, I reflected and I thought to myself, it's great to, bring that representation. That's the whole reason why we do it as a club. But I was like, what am I doing for my people? The indigenous kids, just like me. Which is why I decided to take this class. Through this course, we were able to learn how to structure mentoring sessions, make them as efficient and productive as possible, since most of us were only given an hour or so with our mentees once a week. We were given different resources that aided session preparation, but I really found myself struggling, what I wanted these mentees to get out of them. Because for me, as a high school student, I wish I had somebody telling me, hey, go apply to this. Look at all these different scholarships. Look at all these resources for you as an indigenous student. And then we started our mentoring sessions. And I'm not gonna lie, as great as I am with kids and the amount of work I've done with kids, in outreach events and other mentoring stuff, I'm still nervous to meet with people, because who knows how they're gonna react to me. Maybe I'm like, maybe my major's too nerdy. They just think I'm a little nerd behind a computer all day, which I am. But yeah, I was a little scared. But luckily the kids warmed up to us really fast, which was great. So the first couple sessions were actually just getting to know each other, and we're building a relationship, a sense of community with our mentees. And we had two groups: the underclassmen, which were freshmen and sophomores, and the upperclassmen. We did icebreakers and short activities where we learned each other's, interests, favorite movies, colors, and just normal things friends know about each other. I had a wide range of interests, from pediatric surgeons, fashion design, architecture, finance, physical therapy, marine biology, and photography. And I was just so happy, to see these kids, wanting to pursue in higher education, because, it's not very common. There's so very little of us. And to see them so excited and, on track was just amazing. But I quickly learned that we had to tailor these sessions way differently, since obviously the upperclassmen were college bound, right? They're getting ready, they're almost there. But the underclassmen, the freshmen and sophomores, college isn't really a priority at that time. So really for them, it was just like, surviving high school, getting through it. So obviously the easiest way to know what they wanted was to ask them. And they were so eager to write down the things they wanted to get out of these sessions, and that really helped us. I mean, obviously the upperclassmen wanted more information about scholarships and resource centers and application process, FAFSA, loans, financial literacy. And thankfully, the underclassmen had an idea of what they wanted to pursue, and they wanted information about physical therapy, architecture, what courses are taken at the U of A or Pima or out of state, right? It was easy enough for us to pull up resources for them and give them resources that were specific to their major. And we talked about summer programs maybe they'd be interested in at the U of A, because there's a lot of STEM summer programs, whether or not, it may not necessarily be what they wanted to do, but it's an idea of like, oh, do I like science? Do I want to do this for college, right? As these mentoring sessions came to a close, you can't help but reflect and have a feeling of pride and accomplishment. I made some friends, because one of the mentees literally saw me this weekend at the street fair, and we were walking past each other, and he dabs me up. He's like, "Yo, what's up, man?" And his mom and dad are right there, introduced me real quick, and it's just kind of like, "All right, man, see you later. Take care," that sort of thing. It's like, it felt so good. And it wasn't until the end of the sessions that I realized I did something good. I gave these kids representation. Whether or not they already had it, I think I did it for myself in a sense too, because I didn't have it. I wasn't looking for it. I was able to give back to my community, and I'm not done here because they deserve it, and we owe it to them.